Welcome to your magic moon message. On my way from Albertsons. I'm gonna do the full moon ceremony tomorrow. And yeah, y'all, we're here. 180 degrees. I pulled my back muscle like last week. I've been healing from that. Haven't been able to work out. But I'm sure I'll recover soon. That being said, y'all, we're ready to understand utilization of new psychic powers, okay? We started off Cancer season with the full moon in Capricorn, but we were just understanding how to control emotions, similar to just walking into a door of a room, versus now where we're getting ready to leave that room and we're more aware of how we feel in that room, if that makes sense. So the full moon in Capricorn that we had before was after we had effectively activated a new mindset, okay? Versus this full moon in Capricorn that we're having now, that's coming after we've effectively activated new feelings, new powers, all right? So it's like, relative to the last full moon, let's say you came into a new mindset that I'm unfuckwitable. Nobody could fuck with me, right? Excuse my language, but not fucking really, right? Once we went to this full moon in Capricorn, we started to understand how to use this unfuckwitable mindset so that we can move forward in feeling, you guessed it, unfuckwitable. And relative to that, right, this puts you in a position to realistically move forward with this feeling of unfuckwitableness, and that helped you change your beliefs and also your thoughts around how unfuckwittable you are. And that's where 2 weeks ago we activated new psychic powers, aka new feelings, a new depth of understanding. Because it's one thing to move forward and realize, you know what, I am unfuckwittable. But it's another thing to now understand the depth of how it feels, of what being unfuckwittable feels like. Because I can just say I'm unfuckwittable, but when you feel unfuckwittable, I've said unfuckwithable so much, it doesn't even sound like the word I'm trying to say. You ever say a word so much and then it's... Anyway, you got to feel this 2 weeks ago, and then a week ago, you got to bring your unfuckwittableness socially, and you got to feel in front of other people this application of this new mindset. Okay? It's like, I was at the store the other day, and I could just sense no one wanted to like fuck with me. My aura was impenetrable. That's just for the case of the example. So I feel unfuckwittable in real life all the time, whatever. Cool. But like, yeah, so now that we've done that, now we're understanding at the end of Cancer, okay, let me use my unfuckwittable powers. Okay, now I understand how exactly to use this new depth of understanding. Of course, I control, that's Capricorn, right? Utilization, organization, order. And the opposite of Capricorn, integrity, is feeling, sincerity. Hence how they match, right? In order for me to maintain my sincerity, I need to express integrity of that sincereness towards others. In order for me to maintain integrity in Capricorn, I have to be sincere towards others, 7th house Cancer, about everything I do to maintain that integrity. And in between that is authenticity, Aries, and fairness, Libra, and balance. So with that being said, right, I just wanted to highlight the key differences between this full moon and the previous full moon, where even back then you were using psychic powers, but you had not yet updated your firmware with the new moon when we had started Cancer, versus you finally doing this 2 weeks ago. Applying the new mindset you've activated towards this deeper understanding of how and where you're integrating your character. Because we're going to have the eclipse in October, and that's going to really harvest the mission you're meant to do and with who, even though it's a personal, individual mission. All right, so with that being said, once again, now that we're harvesting this 180-degree angle that's going to happen at the final degrees of Capricorn, by the way, the 150 to 180-degree angle that's happening right now, that's tying up this Virgo signature before we reach Libra, is integrating this understanding of utilization and will actually make very real and tangible causal-based effects that you'll be able to, drawing from the analytical, detailed Virgo moon understanding, direct with the Cap moon. So let me not sugarcoat this. You will be using your psychic powers. And the reason why it's important is the utilization of this understanding of self, or these psychic powers, which I'm not going to sugarcoat. These are new psychic power, guys. The utilization of these new psychic powers, you're going to strengthen through Libra season. You're going to take them on stage with you in Leo. You're going to present them opposite Pluto in Aquarius, the first boss battle, and you're going to get judged by the American Idol judges. And then you're going to take that talent in Virgo season, and you're going to master that talent. And you're going to be in the gym. And then we're going to go on our first playoff game in Libra season. Remember how earlier in Aries I was saying, this new evolution is like you deciding you're a track star, right? Well, in 3 months, you're going to go on a track meet. Yeah, I'm sweating. It's hot out here. It was raining earlier. It's just Vegas weather. All right, and plus I sweat very easily. I don't know if it's a cat thing. Anyway, yes, so the moon that's going to trine Uranus is definitely going to innovate how you're tying back together this understanding of power and how unconventionally you're able to harness it naturally, as easy as breathing. And a whole lot of this transit marks a whole new established precedent relative to how freely you're able to tap into more of your potential in a way that, like I just said right now, doesn't sound vague and completely meaningless, but that you're going to actually be able to define moving forward. And if you remember, this full moon in Capricorn is harvesting what you have previously activated and sowed seeds for, and then those seeds broke through the ground when the moon was in Libra on the 13th, when you know who almost got shot. So this harvest is going to get ready to push things forward. We're going from harvest to, of course, the sun entering Leo and the moon going into Taurus. So it's going to get very dramatic, guys. And before it gets as dramatic as it's going to get, really focus on what your body is telling you and the relationship between your physical body and your psychological feelings and emotions. Because when it comes to this understanding that you're getting ready to use new powers, there's a unique energy signature that only you can feel. I can't tell you how to feel. I can guide your mind, but only you can feel what you feel, if that makes sense. So you want to see this as like a train track being set up and together so that you can align and unite whatever you have to do. Be mindful of people trying to change people's opinions, especially when certain people are blinded by pride and play victim and feel like, You know what I mean? Like, everyone's against me. Allow them to just keep snitching on themselves. The only thing you have to do is maintain truth. At any point you're wrong, take accountability, but don't let other people use theatrics to try and bully you or do damage control when they're exposed. Because, you know what I'm saying? The truth is the truth. Many things are just miscommunications with people who sometimes have too much pride to accept they're wrong about certain things. And this could look like trying to alter other people's opinions, not realizing that by doing those actions, it just reveals more of who they are. And you don't have to necessarily play into that. Speak your truth and let the rest speak for itself. That being said, there are going to be a harvest and breakthrough of very incredible realizations that detail really how to use these new psychic powers. And that's where the sextile, the 300 degree sextile the moon is making, 300 degree closing sextile the moon is making to Saturn and Neptune. Sweating like a muffin. The sextile this is making is now completing how to take this understanding of how to use your psychic powers and connecting it with your imagination so that you can, of course, make more creative this expression, complete its expression relative to your capacity to imagine and how your beliefs will be supported by what you're physically experiencing, what you're physically feeling. If that makes sense. Oh my God. I had to run across the street right now. That was where I almost got hit by a car. Once again, I love that area. Anyway, yes, it's just such a precious place for me. I almost got hit by a car and met a really good friend all at the same time. You almost die and then meet a good friend. You know what I mean? Other than that, who watches your channel? That shit was fire. Anyway, other than that, yes. This understanding of utilization, I sweat too easily. I'll be going in the store. They're like, damn, I just walked down the street. Damn, I know. But yeah, this understanding, because the moon in Capricorn is going to make this real. It's going to make this very physical. That's going to complete what you initially began to believe when the moon was in Taurus. And we started to manifest the tangible nature of these psychic powers, of these feelings, of these realizations. Then we analyzed it in Virgo. Now we're directing it. The understanding of how to utilize and direct these new powers, this new understanding, is going to work to complete what we already believed by now adjusting what more we can believe, because it's real. All right. And it's going to really help you connect understanding of metaphysical principles and things that we may not see off rip. But yeah, I hope I didn't confuse you with too much jargon. And you guys stay blessed as always. What are you excited about using new psychic powers? A lot of which will be auto-nervous. So like you don't have to know how to do it. You're going to understand the knowledge of such moon in Aqua, which is going to start off the full moon in Aqua. Prepare for that. And yeah, we're about to awaken supernatural energy after activating new psychic powers and understanding how to use them. You guys stay blessed. Pika! Peace.